The morning after, the movies.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
Uncensored, spoiler-filled movie reviews and fun only available at xrock.com.
I'm gonna scissor kick you in the back of the head.
Movie time.
Hey, buddy, ever heard of a line?
Hey, have you ever been dragged to the sidewalk and beat until you pissed blood?
Starts now.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Welcome to Morning After the Movies podcast number 6. It is Nick, Big J, Randy here in the X's studio, and for the first time in our podcast history, at least, we're dirty liars. We teased last time around that we were going to go see Elysium, and sadly, 'twasn't meant to be, as they say back home. We had to go check out a movie that I constantly want to call Meet the Millers, but it's actually called We're the Millers.
You have a lovely family.
Thank you very much. We're the Millers. Honey!
Eat a dick.
Sorry.
Starring Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston as well. A little bit of a comedy action, so let's quickly go around the room. Big J, your thoughts on Meet the Millers?
We're
the Millers.
Well, yeah, we're the Millers. It's we're gonna meet the Millers. The cast is great in this, and I actually chuckled throughout the entire movie. I thought there was a lot of laughs to be had.
Is that
You know what that is? Is that a cucumber?
Very interesting.
It's a big black penis.
It's a skateboard. Skateboard, great.
Of course it is.
The big black skateboard.
And there seemed to be a lot of moments where I thought, oh, the movie's good now, it can end. But no, it kept going, and so there were still more jokes. Nick Offerman's in this.
When you've been married as long as we have, you're looking to spice things up a bit.
I've never touched another woman before.
I would be okay with that.
How could you go wrong?
Nick Offerman saves this movie, in my opinion. He's the best part about it.
I don't think he's the best part about it, but he's pretty good. So I like the movie. I thought it was very funny, and you get what you get with a comedy movie like this.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Good storyline, good action. Actually, it was really funny. There's some almost nudity. That was super hot.
Almost Jennifer Aniston.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
It's about as nude as we're ever going to get her.
And she's
guys.
what, 44 years old? I mean,
She looks good. She looks good.
does not look 44. Yeah, it was great. The dad and the other was that who you're talking
Nick
about?
Offerman, yeah.
I think he was the best part of the movie, to be honest. Besides the almost nudity part.
So I guess we're swinging.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
There we go.
I'll touch you if you touch me.
Nick Offerman was very, very funny in the movie. He's very, very. I look at a movie like this and I go, why don't I watch Parks and Recreation? Everybody talks about how funny he is in that show, and I think he's funny in everything I see him in. I need to get around Nick Offerman more. Somehow that needs to happen.
He's Nick Offerman, that's for sure. Now, you say Nick Offerman saved it, but to me, it's that kid with the eyebrows.
Kenny's been bitten by a tarantula.
Fucking doggy, it hurts so much.
Oh, God. Let me see it.
You're not seeing it.
Will you just man up and drop your pants?
We've all seen a dick.
We have...
What does he look like? I can't look.
Oh, fuck me.
It's not that bad.
You look at that thing?
No, I'm
You're
not going to
telling
look
me...
at it.
How bad is it?
Kenny is fine.
Yeah,
What's his name? I don't know who he
it's
is.
Will something.
But man, that kid looks just stupid. And so it's just looking at him, you just start to laugh because he looks so dopey.
I don't know if it's a McLovin situation, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we're going to see this kid in a whole lot of other things except for the goofy kid role. You know what I mean?
It might be the fact that he can act.
I seen a rainbow yesterday, but too many storms have come and gone, leaving a trace of not what God given me. Is it because my life in 10 shades of gray? I pray all 10 fade away, seldom praising for the sunny day.
Maybe.
There might be that. I mean, he seemed. I was intrigued by the guy, and I thought he was very funny in his role, and then there's a good. I think there's a lot of good support actors in this. The guy who played Pacone, that guy is really good.
You all die now, as a family.
We're not even a real family.
My wife, she's just a cheap stripper.
Okay, prove it.
Overall, how many sticks of butter you give in this movie?
I'm gonna give it 3.
Yeah?
I'm gonna give it 3 for comedy's sake.
I give it 3.5.
What the hell's going on with your scale, Randy?
It's all over the place.
Nick Offerman saved the movie, but you gave it more than Jay, who clearly liked the movie more than you did. I don't understand. I'm going to give it 2.5. Nothing wrong with the movie. I thought it was really good.
Well, you hate comedy.
No, I don't. I love comedy. But
I don't know about that.
I have a hard time recommending somebody go out and spend $13 in this movie tonight, is what I'm trying to say. And that's how I have to gauge this stuff on, because I recommend you go see Pacific Rim and spend money to see that in the theater. And same thing with that. But, movies like this, it's funny, it's good, it's fine.
Hola, I'm here to pick up a smidge of pot. This is not a smidge. You got me moving enough weed to kill Willie fucking Nelson, man.
But is this one of those movies where I go, dude, stop what you're doing. Go check out this movie tonight. You have to see it in the theater. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's a funny movie. It's fine.
See, my counterpoint to that is this is borderline a romance comedy, romance kind of situation. And so it's one of those things where a lot of fellas whose ladies might not like going to Pacific Rim would really appreciate seeing this movie.
So how was work this evening, neighbor?
I need a lap dance, table 5. Don't get too close. The guy smells like asparagus pea and he's got a hook hand.
You're not a neighbor. You're a pot dealer.
You know, coming from that point of view where as a guy, I could tolerate watching this movie. I thought it was really funny, and I think that my wife would super enjoy this movie. So it's something you could go together to, and it may not be as crass as like this is the end. You know?
one of the things that bothered me about the movie, and maybe it's just because of the job that we're in, I pick up this stuff a lot more differently than maybe normal moviegoers. I can tell the difference between audio being dubbed in and audio actually being said in a movie, and there was a lot of overdub, like scene cutaways and Jason Sudeikis saying smart-ass lines that are supposed to be funnier than whatever it was that was actually in the script. A lot of touch-ups that I noticed in this movie that still weren't exactly right on mark, but that for some reason that drives me crazy. When I hear audio that doesn't match up, that tries to be funny, like a throwaway kind of thing, it makes me nuts, and there was a ton of those in this movie.
I didn't notice any of those.
Of course not. But, you know, it is one of those things that I pick up on a regular basis, and so it didn't take away from the movie for me. I still thought it was just fine. It's just one of those things that stuck out to me, like, oh, man, that was dubbed in. Randy, overall spoilers about the movie? What did you think?
Man, I don't have any spoilers. I mean, the Jennifer Aniston part, that's going to be a spoiler, I think, once people start hearing about that.
Well, it's in the trailer for a little bit.
But, I mean, it's see-through. I mean, you can see she might as well have been naked, I mean, in my opinion. But
I know what you did after the movie.
How do you know it wasn't during the movie?
We
had a seat. There was a seat between us this time, dude.
You don't even joke about that.
You were next to him.
What's wrong with you? Not next to him, thank God.
Kidding.
Sicko.
We did give him a hard time, so he gave us the space this time around. So there was that seat between. But I think Justin, you bellied up right next to him, as a matter of fact, didn't you?
No, I was a little bit over. But this time there was no butter trough, so there's no danger of that happening again.
And you know what? My popcorn's severely underbuttered. You know what? You have to take control of that situation.
That's why there's the difference between the two. Like they're pluses and minuses for theaters. So
you didn't kick anybody. That was good.
I don't know if there's a whole lot of spoiler to a movie like this, really.
No, I mean, there's nothing that you can say that you probably don't look at and you already see what's going to happen. But, you know, overall, like I said, there's nothing truly, honestly wrong with this movie. It's just not one that I would hurry up and go see.
I think there was probably a little bit of predictability in it, especially when you get to the Nick Offerman and his wife situation.
You folks can make camp with the Fitzgeralds tonight.
You kind of go, okay, what's something? They're too conservative, so something's got to give here. And so, but those scenes were really, really funny.
Yeah, for a while I thought they were going to be other drug smugglers, you know, and then it was revealed that, of course, he's not. He's a DEA agent, and there was a whole other angle they could take to that whole thing. But, you know, it was a fun movie.
And the kid macking down both with Jennifer Aniston and Emma Banks. Now that was hilarious. And then you've got I forget her name, but she's a fine actress that plays the Nick Offerman's daughter. She's in Castle. With Nathan Fillion plays his daughter in that. She was great too, and there's a lot of fun things to this, a lot of little surprises that you might not have seen coming down the path when it comes to, I guess, taboo sexual situations.
Sure. And you know, one of my favorite things that comedies can do, especially in today's day and age, is throw a gag reel on the end just to show, because you know a lot of this stuff is improv. So to kind of get an idea of how other takes would go if they decided to go that route, seeing the other angle of stuff is actually pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
So overall, we liked it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
All right. 2.5.
Take your wife.
3.5 is the way it works. I don't even want to say what we could possibly be doing next because we don't really know.
Jinx it.
I know next week we have to go see Riff Tracks. That's going to happen, so it's going to screw up our Thursday schedule. But, you know, at some point I think if we try to figure out what we're going to do, it is going to jinx what we have planned. So we'll just play it by ear. Next time you hear from us, we'll ruin another movie for you here in podcast form. It is morning after the movies here on the X.
This has been The Morning After the Movies, brought to you by 2C Video Productions.